Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Bad Guitarist, episode number 94. My name is Andrew.
And my name is Scott.
And we are a weekly guitar gear news show, and we cover things from big builders, small builders, everything in between. This week is actually a pretty light week for gear releases.
It's fine.
There wasn't a whole lot. I tried to gather the best ones. There's a couple others here and there, but there's some limited edition things that sold out before I could even cover them. Like I got the story in the morning, and then by the time I got around to it in the afternoon to record the daily news videos, they were gone.
Okay.
So we're gonna probably exclude those from this episode.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point of talking about then if they are sold out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is an upcoming pedal.
Okay.
It's not out yet. This is coming on the 24th of August. So what is today? The 15th?
15th.
Yes, it's 15th of August. So next week, notpedals.com, which we've covered a few of their limited releases that they do with different companies. They did with Summer School Electronics not too long ago. A couple other brands. Usually what they do is they team up and they do a release where it's available for like one day.
Yeah.
And then they sell whatever they sell that day. So they're teaming up with Discomfort Designs based out of Tucson, Arizona.
Nice.
So they're teaming up with them, and it looks like it's called Ultra Star, and we don't know much about it yet. It's going to be a stereo pedal. It looks cool.
It looks
the 2-foot
nice.
Switches, 6 knobs, 3 little toggles. Looks like it does stereo in and out, mono in, stereo out.
Okay.
From what I understand, it does a bunch of different modulation kind of stuff. So, be interesting to see demos when this comes out.
Do we know how much is it?
No. We know that it's coming out on a certain day, and then let's see. There's a couple Instagram posts, but that's really all. They keep teasing like little bits at a time.
Okay.
Okay, it says choose from ring modulation, bit crushing, or frequency shifting.
Okay.
So that's kind of like a 3-in-1 kind of thing. I think it's going to be a cool one.
I would say, though, it looks really nice.
Yeah.
It really does.
So that'll be fun to see.
Yeah.
MXR put out a pedal this week, which...
That's big.
I'm not excited about it.
Why?
It looks like a vintage, larger MXR pedal, for the most part. Now, this is based on a rack unit they used to make back in the day. So this is the Flanger / Doubler. So I believe this is the first time they've put it out as a pedal. It's $333. It is a fully, from what I understand, it's fully analog.
Okay.
And you have 2 modes on this thing. So you have flanging and then doubling. Doubling is like your coarse that can do like a slap back delay all the way up to like a little bit wider modulation.
Okay.
There is CV control in and out on the back, and you can go between instrument and line level. So this is made for drum machines, synthesizers, not just guitars and bass. So they've made it to where it's able to do a bunch of different instrument inputs. And then the CV in and out, especially if you're doing like MIDI controls or whatever. I'm not excited about this.
Now let me ask you, for what it does, do you think $333 is like alright?
I mean, it's fully analog from what I understand.
Okay.
So it has like the old school Bucket Brigade style chips in there, which are getting more and more expensive. But yeah, I don't know. So there's like some famous users of this rack are like Dimebag Darrell of the band Pantera. This was a sound that he used a lot in his guitar sound. He used the rack unit, which that's not a guitar player I'm a fan of. So I think if you're a metal guy, you're probably going to be kind of into this. I think it'll be great for synthesizers from what I've heard. But yeah, it's hard for me to say something good about a flanger because it's an effect I don't really understand. I've never used one in a way that I thought sounded good. In fact, I've only ever owned one flanger, and it was the Dan Electro Fab series flange. And I don't know if you've ever seen that series.
I don't think so.
I'll show a picture up on the screen for you guys, but I'll show Kat real quick. It's a really terrible pedal.
I would say what I like about this specific pedal is that you can use it on different things.
Yeah, because sometimes like without the lack of a line level input, you can push it too hard with something like a synth. So line level is really cool.
Oh, that looks ugly.
So yeah, the Dan Electro Fab Flanger. Is it just called the Fab Flange? What are people selling these for these days? There's a used one on Guitar Set for $20. Now these were $15.99 brand new when I bought one.
Okay. I don't like the way it looks.
I don't know if I bought them on sale. I bought 3 in this series.
Okay. Why did you buy 3?
Oh, because they were the only thing I could afford at 15 years old.
That makes sense.
So I had the Chorus, I had the Flanger, and I had the Echo. Now the Chorus was good, decent. The Echo right here, also decent.
Okay.
I thought those were perfectly fine, but the flange was just like, it only did the jet flange in and out kind of thing as far as I remember. Yeah, I kind of miss these pedals. Like these were very cool for me starting off.
Cool.
For me starting off, even the flange, even though like I realized very quickly, like I'm never going to use this flange. I tried a few times. I really couldn't get into it.
I just not a fan of the design.
Maybe nowadays, and they're fully plastic. These were fully plastic.
Those are it has to be plastic. They're really cheap.
Now there was a common mod that people would do for the Echo because all you had was a mix and I think a regen knob. I think were all you had. I think that's all you had. Or maybe it was a speed time delay. I don't know. Okay, repeat. It was mix and repeat. That makes sense. So people would put another, like a feedback knob on there to make it more like a regular Echo pedal with like a 3-knob delay. Like my friend Connor, he had one with the modification.
But dude, you're getting out of the topic here.
Well, hold on. I'm talking about flanges real quick. So just in general, I don't like them. I do want to say real quick, though.
Then what are we talking about?
Well, we'll get back to it, but we're on this. I went off on a tangent here. I just want to say the very first attempt at making a guitar YouTube video I ever made, I believe, was the Dan Electro Fab Chorus. It's somewhere on the internet. I don't know where it is on YouTube, but it's somewhere on there.
Okay.
Now back to the MXR. I think it is. I think it's expensive. I don't know. I haven't heard a lot of enthusiasm for this, but there are some people. You went
over so many things to answer the question that I asked you at the beginning. Oh my god!
For me personally, I would not pay this price.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's me.
That was all. That was the answer I wanted.
So I was walking down memory lane about flangers and how I had a bad experience with them. It's something I would probably try again. Like the Boss BF2, I think sounds good. But anyway.
What's next?
Old Blood Noise Endeavors.
That looks nice.
They released the Beam Splitter version 2. Now, I don't know if you remember the version 1.
I don't.
The knobs on the enclosure were kind of like all over the place. This is a little bit more uniform. So you have 3 drive sections.
Okay.
So 3 independent drives. There are 2 independent delays. And then you have the option of presets in this one. I don't think the original had presets. I could be wrong. Now, essentially, and you might remember this as I'm talking about the details here, but, well, you covered this on the Spanish version of the Daily News.
Did I?
I think you did.
Okay.
So essentially, you have 3 independent drive sections. You can arrange those however you want. You can mix those up, set them however you want. You have the 2 independent delays. Now you have 3 outputs on this thing. So you can do 1 output. You could do 2 mono outputs, I believe. You could do 2 as stereo, or you can do 3 as what they call Trario. And we covered that, I think, when the first version came out. So Trario, or maybe this pedal might be older than the show. I don't remember. But we've talked about the original before. So Trario is their term for like running 3 outputs at the same time to different amps or whatever. So really cool. As always, you do have 3 different colors. This one's actually called Cool. And then there's Warm. I think Warm is the coolest of the... well, I guess that's bad terminology. I think Warmest is the best, personally.
What's Shadow?
And then Shadow is like gray and black.
I like the Cool one, though.
You like Cool? That looks closer to the original. That's like the colorway of the original. But they changed up the artwork. Like I said, you got presets. I believe there's MIDI functionality as well. MIDI control over everything in the pedal. You can run mono or stereo inputs. So pretty cool.
How much is it?
It is $379.
Okay.
I don't remember what the price of the original was. Probably around there. Let's see. Alexander Pedals. They put out a new limited run pedal. This is the Micro Detuner. Same deal. You can run stereo on this thing with TRS cables. So So the Detuner has 4 pitch-shifted voices from sweet to sour. You can span. I can't even talk. Stereo panning, adjustable spread, and pitch oscillation to allow for incredible lush soundscapes.
Okay.
So essentially, it's 4 voices. You can affect the pitch on them and then how they spread across a stereo field. The reverb on this thing is a medium hall reverb. So it goes from the detuner into the reverb. I don't think you can go from one to the other. I think it's just straight up detuner into reverb. It has subtle ambience, or you can go all the way up to like big, heavy reverbs. But it's essentially based around a medium hall size reverb. So pretty cool. And I think this was done for a festival or something. Okay, yeah. So they made this for the Midwest Pedal Fest in Detroit. So that's, how much is this?
$199.99.
Yeah, so it's $200, and it says here it uses the advanced FX Core DSP chip, which also powers their Leap Series and Venture Series pedals.
Okay.
It says we're using it to put 2 fully featured effects into a single compact pedal. Now there is an Alexander pedal right now. Actually, there's a couple of them, I believe. But there's one on Pedal Exchange right now.
Okay.
It's the Forget Me Not. And I think that thing is really cool looking. I would listen to a couple of videos of it earlier. I don't know if that one's still in production. And I don't know if they have that one listed as a reverb or a delay. Yeah, I don't even see it listed on their website anymore. But then the Fever Pitch is also, there's one of those on Pedal Exchange right now. I was looking at both of those.
That one looks really cool.
I was looking at both of those because I don't really know much about either of those pedals. And they both sound really cool.
Okay.
Let's see. I guess that's all I had for that pedal. If you want to talk about it anymore, we can move on.
No.
Okay.
No, as opposed to you who gets into something and just keeps on it.
It's because
you can just move on.
I don't have a topic for us today.
Oh,
or at least
my
I
God.
didn't plan one in advance, and so.
Well, I have a complaint.
Yes.
I have a complaint, but keep talking about the pedals. I'm gonna hold you into that complaint.
So is the complaint for the end of the episode, or
you can leave it for the end of the episode? I don't mind.
Okay.
Just move on.
What is the complaint about?
Can you? Jesus Christ! Just go.
Okay. I guess if you guys want to stay around to the end of the episode, Acorn Amplifiers.
Okay.
We
talk about this on Daily News.
Yeah, makers of things like the solid state preamp, or the solid state preamp and amp, the one that has the actual 10-watt amp built into it.
Sure.
They got things like the MIG-FET preamp V2, which is supposed to sound like a MIG-50 or MIG-100. They got the Dragon Ball Z looking pedals, like the Kakarot Fuzz, the Vegeta Drive, and probably most famously, the Epstein didn't kill himself fuzz, that when it's not activated, it says Epstein did kill himself. When you turn it on, the NT at the end of the word didn't light up, and then horns appear on the little image of his head. So now they have a new one. Epstein isn't dead. So same deal. It's an op amp boost and drive. So when it's off, it says Epstein is dead. You turn it on, it says Epstein isn't dead, and then the horns appear above his head. But yeah, it's a pretty cool op amp boost and distortion.
125 is not that expensive.
125 is super cheap. I mean, I think
affordable.
These days for a boutique pedal. So the controls are, the knobs are labeled Palm Beach, plastic surgery, and then there's a toggle switch, relocation services on and off.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know what the relocation services does. Does it say?
Allows the NT and isn't to be always on
or switchable in the bypass. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it.
That's
all the switch does is operate the LED.
Okay.
It's pretty funny. Palm Beach, I believe, is your volume. I could be wrong. And then plastic surgery is the distortion. Yeah, so like volume and
nice.
So yeah, $125. It's a cool, it's obviously like a gimmicky pedal, but it's also a functional pedal. I saw a couple demos of it it sounds good.
I feel like they do pedals that you can actually just collect.
Yeah.
Like even if you don't like the sound, you can just collect it because they are kind of fun, and I don't know, I like it.
They're always doing like wacky stuff too, like stuff that they don't necessarily sell, but like 3D printed stuff.
Oh my God.
And then He did that one thing where it's like a big muff enclosure, but it like shot out cigarettes or something, like your guitar picks. So they're always doing like fun stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can buy those just for the sake of just have it.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
And then I don't know. Yeah, they do the business card PCBs.
Oh, the business card is so cute.
They got 3D print files on their website as well.
Okay.
For the blown capacitor. I don't know if you've seen. Oh, I don't want to open that up. Yeah, so I don't know. They've got some stuff that you can download from their website to just do some fun projects at home.
Okay.
Next up, it's funny because I think it was just last week's episode you were asking me who Joe Bonamassa was.
It's true. I didn't know.
This week we have some Joe Bonamassa signature gear.
I really didn't know who he was. Oh, we probably
We've talked about him a few times because anytime he comes up on the news, yeah.
I don't know. It's just because it's something that we don't name. Like, it's not a household name, at least here.
Yeah, I mean, usually when he is brought up in most guitar circles, he's being made fun of. So.
I don't know. Anyway,
yeah.
So Joe.
Okay, so Joe Bonamassa, he put out he didn't put it out. He teamed up with Martin to put out 2 signature models.
Okay.
So there's the more affordable one, and then there's the like American-made higher end version.
Okay.
So the Martin 00-10E Road Series Retro Joe Bonamassa acoustic electric guitar in the colorway is called 1937 Joe Bonamassa Sunburst. So you got to put his name on there multiple times. Oops, I clicked on the wrong thing. So you got to put his name on there as many times as you can. I don't know if this is a parlor size. It kind of looks like a parlor guitar. Maybe not. No, it's not.
How much is it?
$1299.99. It's $1,300.
Okay.
Let's see. Accessible Road Series Retro inspired by his original 1937 Martin. Performing artist neck and 16-inch ebony fretboard radius offer sleek navigatability. How do you say this?
I don't know.
Navigability. Why would they just word it as easy to navigate?
Okay.
I don't know. It seems like such a they're overdoing it on this description. Which is my complaint about Sweetwater, not necessarily about Martin guitars, because Sweetwater, we've caught them multiple times with typos. We've caught them with poorly phrased descriptions. It almost seems like
they are writing a poem, the way they write things.
Well, there was one time with one of the Walrus Audio Canvas products where we caught something being worded very strangely. True. And then we put out the episode, and Walrus Audio actually reached out and was like, oh, we got to contact Sweetwater to fix that. So that was cool. Anyway, so nickel Grover tuners. You have a Corian nut and a Tusk saddle. Okay. Just details from like his 1937 model. So it's the road worn one. This is the more affordable at $1,300.
Okay.
And then you have the Martin 00-18 Joe Bonamassa acoustic guitar in 1937 Joe Bonamassa Sunburst. Because again, it's got to have his name on there twice.
But who said that?
They did.
Okay.
So this one is $4,000, $3,999. It seems like the same guitar, right? Like it's like the same guitar, just made in the U.S. Where I think the other one might be made in Mexico.
Okay.
So, yeah.
There you have it.
Based on his 1937, it's based on the same exact guitar. That's the thing. Back and sides are mahogany. The top is spruce. Neck is mahogany. I'm assuming that's rosewood or ebony. It's ebony for the fretboard. Yeah. Comes with a hard shell case.
What else do you have?
I think this is one of the few that I'm really excited about this week. Even though it's a pedal I'm not going to buy, but it's something I'm excited about.
You're not going to buy it, but you're excited.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know, because it's we'll get into it. All right. So, Jam Pedals announced, and I really did not expect to see this one coming. They announced a collaboration pedal with Stu Mackenzie of King Gizzard.
Oh, that's true.
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard is one of my favorite bands. Has been for a long time now. And do
you remember I bought you something from them and you never listened to it?
Oh, yeah, we've got the vinyl record.
Yeah.
Well, we don't listen to vinyls all that often anymore. We used to.
But I bought you one.
Yeah. So you did buy me the album Infest the Rat's Nest, which is like their it's not their heaviest album, but it is a consistently I think it's their first really heavy album.
What you had to say about it if you didn't listen to the vinyl?
I've listened to it so many times.
Oh my god. No here.
Oh, I've listened to that album so many times. But yeah, the vinyl we've listened to it multiple times.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, for those that are not familiar with the band, they are an Australian rock band. They started off as, I believe, a 7-piece. Now they're a 6-piece. They used to have 2 drummers. There's 3 guitarists in the band. There's a guy that plays all sorts of keys and harmonicas and whatever, synthesizers. He does like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody sings for the most part, except for, I think, the bassist. And then they have done so many different genres. They were actually one of the first bands to jump on the whole microtonal thing, long before Engine de Poutrine. They have a whole music festival, which that's going on this weekend, actually.
True.
And Engine de Poutrine was playing there. So they did the microtonal thing. They've done psychedelic albums. They've done metal albums. They've done jazz. They've done blues. They've done rock and roll. Their newest album that just came out this week is actually their first EDM album. So it's fully synthesizers, electronic dance music. It's pretty cool. So Stu Mackenzie has his first signature pedal. Now, as far as I'm aware, he teamed up with Earthquaker Devices. I think it's Earthquaker. Years ago for one of their last tours, the tour that we saw them on.
Okay.
He had a custom vocal pedal through them. So it was like overdrive, distortion, and delay for his vocals. So I think this is his first production model signature pedal. So this is the Tiny Amp Destroyer. So it's $399. I don't think it's actually officially out until the 18th. So what is that, Monday? Tuesday?
Yeah.
So
well, no, Tuesday, yeah.
They were going to have a handful of them available for sale at the festival. But essentially, what this does is it has 2 jam pedals boomsters in it. So it's 2 boost pedals. And then he has a studio amp that he bought at a pawn shop. And it's just a little tiny... Did I show you that video?
I don't think so. But anyway.
So he went to a pawn shop and he picked up this little, really tiny practice amp. And he uses that in the studio all the time with 2 boost pedals running into it. And it's a really... finicky little amp, and it doesn't work consistently, and like that's what he loves about it, is like it's unpredictable sometimes. So in the video that he put out talking about it, essentially he told Jam Pedals what the amp was. They're based in Greece, and they went and they somehow found one in the European market and reverse engineered it, put the 2 boost pedals in it. So it's a 3-in-1. So you have 2 boosts, the amp, preamp, and then now we can take that studio sound on the road. So, yeah, $399. The guy that does most of their album artwork also did the artwork for the pedal. And yeah, I think it's just a really cool thing. Just because it's one of my favorite bands. And then I did just have one more thing to talk about. We could joke about for a minute, but we can skip over. I want to know what your...
No, what is it that you had else to talk?
Oh, it's not even like a real topic. It's just
a topic.
Like I said, I didn't have a real topic for us, but I think it was really funny that we've covered a lot lately about the whole guitar YouTube scene and people just trying to put out whatever videos they can for the sake of clicks and then rage baiting people. There was one that came out just, I believe it was yesterday, of Rick Beato. I just found it so funny. I talked to you about that, didn't I?
Oh my God. I'm going to save my ramp for myself.
No,
because you're gonna go into this like
no.
really deep.
I just think this is really funny. Now, I don't know if our audience loves or hates Rick Beato. It seems like there's no in between.
Okay.
But I think it's really funny and it's worth the watch just because.
Because you love him.
No, I don't. The video is based on he did a cymbal factory tour. And then somebody was like, oh, he's never worked in a factory environment. And he got so offended by that comment that he put out a 15-minute video where he just talks about every job he has ever worked in his life from the time he was a teenager up till now. and it's grocery store jobs and, cashiers and warehouses or whatever. He's never worked a manufacturing job. But that was what the video was about, was being mad that somebody said, oh, he's never worked in a factory. And then he goes on this big rant about not being in a factory. And the video is just like, I'm pissed off. And it's just like, there was no mention of guitar or anything in that video. I just thought it was really funny. There was no mention of music. It was just an old man going on a rant about a comment that pissed him off.
Dude, you do the same.
Oh, I've never made a video about that.
Okay.
All right, let's hear yours. Let's hear yours.
Andrew?
Before we get out of here.
No, I believe, and it's okay, people comes at me, but this is true.
Okay.
I believe you gaslighted me this week. Like, I absolutely am now convinced that I have been gaslighted for you to spend money on a guitar.
Hold on.
I think also, you're laughing because this is true, and this can be a cause of divorce.
Hold on.
Don't you go about it.
Can you start from the beginning? Because I don't understand
how I'm just calling you out.
I don't understand how.
I'm just calling you
hold on.
out.
You're not even telling the audience anything, and I'm not sure how you reached this conclusion.
I have proof that you had gaslight me to buy music equipment. I will explain this.
What is the proof?
Hold on. Earliest this week,
okay,
I was showing him pictures on new Crocs.
Okay.
Because I like Crocs.
So you'll tell your version and then I'll tell my version.
No.
Okay.
Oh, shut up.
That was last weekend, by the way. It was last weekend.
Okay. You said, you guys like me so bad that you have like dates and times, and now you're like mixing up. So I get confused.
It's gaslighting to remember the facts the way they.
No. That might be your autistic superpower.
Okay.
But anyway. So I show you.
No, wait, no.
I show you Crocs.
No. My autistic superpower is being able to quote every episode of King of the Hill. Okay.
I show you Crocs.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, like, look at these ones. I don't know how I feel about these ones. They might be nice or ugly. I don't know. Okay. Leave it alone.
Okay.
That's what happened.
That was okay. Okay.
Then pass a little bit of time, and he says, there might be a rectangular box. It says, there might be a rectangular box coming. What did I think? Because we were talking about the Crocs. I was like, oh my God damn it. He's so nice. He bought me a pair of Crocs because I showed them to him. And for days, I was just like waiting for the door and like, oh my God, those Crocs are coming. I was convinced that those Crocs were coming any day now. You're laughing because you did that on purpose.
Because that's not how it happened.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
So now tell what happened on your version and how you ended up spending money on music equipment.
Last weekend.
Oh my God.
Kat got an ad. I think it was last Friday. Kat got an ad on her phone for a new pair of Crocs that came out. It's ones that have like laces instead of being regular Crocs.
I thought they were nice.
And so she showed it to me and said, I don't know how to feel about these. I said, how much are they? And she's like, well, I don't know how to feel about this. So she didn't want to tell me a price until she knew if she liked them or not.
But you said that there was a box coming.
That's not what happened.
Okay.
Hold on. So she showed me those. And then later on that evening, she showed me a couple other pairs.
Yeah.
And she was looking at it. She's like, I like these.
Because I wanted a pair of Crocs.
I think these are nice. I think these are nice.
Yeah.
Now, I was already planning on buying her some. But
I'm calling that bullshit.
I was waiting
until
after we got paid. The Wednesday of this week. I was waiting.
No. Go for it. Keep talking shit. Come on.
So she showed me all that stuff. And then it was like Sunday or Monday of this week.
Okay.
We are in the car driving. And we're not talking about Crocs at the time.
Okay.
We're not talking about Crocs in the car.
Okay.
There's a recurring joke that we have.
Here
in the house where I'll joke and be like, all right, I'm mad. I'm going on Sweetwater. I'm buying something on Sweetwater just as a joke.
That's not a joke.
It's because, again, going back to the King of the Hill thing, there's a joke in an episode of King of the Hill where Hank Hale gets mad. He's like, yep, I'm bothered. I'm going fishing. And so like I made that same kind of joke, but like, oh, that's it. I'm bothered. I'm going on Sweetwater.
Okay.
So we're in the car, not talking about Crocs. And I say, oh, that's it. Like we're talking about something. Like, that's it. I'm bothered. I'm going on Sweetwater.
Okay.
Expect a rectangular box in the next couple days, meaning a guitar.
No, but hold on.
But we weren't talking about Crocs at that time.
Because when I show you the Crocs, you show interest on, and you're like, "Oh, how much are they?"
Because I was waiting.
Sound so nice. I was like, "Oh my god!" When he mentioned the rectangular box, that rectangular box is a pair of shoes.
I do want the audience to comment on who's wrong.
No,
because I was planning on getting the Crocs after we got paid on Wednesday.
Andrew.
Yeah.
You're lying, but that's okay.
No.
That's okay. That's not the main purpose.
No.
Anyway,
because how many times have I bought you Crocs? A million pairs of Crocs. No. You have a closet full of Crocs. I always buy you the Crocs.
Okay, stop it. So get back to the rectangular box. You say there might be a rectangular box coming.
There might be a big rectangular box coming.
And I thought, oh my god, how many pairs is he buying me? That in my mind is like, oh my god, he's really buying me something. But
she's so blinded by wanting the Crocs that she missed the opening of that conversation where I said, that's it. I'm bothered. I'm going on Sweetwater. Expect a rectangular box.
Anyway.
And so she took that as shoes. So anyway. It's like a couple days go by and she's like, so where are those Crocs at? Shouldn't they have been here by now? And I'm like, what?
No, I swear to God, like every time I heard like someone knocking the door,
like
I was
Amazon
like,
package or something.
God, the Crocs. Oh my god, the Crocs. Up until the point that I was thinking, like, I'm just gonna ask, like, what happened? Where are they?
There's like
and I ask you,
landscapers putting their business card on the door, and you're like, oh, Crocs. No, but you asked me, you're like, it's been a while. Where are these Crocs at? And I'm like, oh, I haven't ordered them yet. She's like, what? What? You said rectangular box, and I was like, yeah. When I was talking about Sweetwater. Anyway, so the day hits that we get paid. I order the Crocs, and now she's currently waiting for the Crocs. But this is
according to him,
this is not me gaslighting her for me to buy anything.
No. But then you started looking at things. She said,
well, I always look at things, though. It's no different than any other time. She's like, oh, since I got Crocs, you can get something the same price as what I got. So how much were those Crocs? And I bought her a couple pairs. So she's like, you can spend that exact same amount on
When they arrive, I'm going to count how many pairs was that. Because you ended up spending $167 on something.
I think it was more than that.
Those Crocs are not that much. You see, like, you change prices and everything.
No, I can't remember. I'll have to check.
Okay.
I mean, the charge is there.
But I was nice enough that I was like, well, you're saying that you for real bought me those Crocs. Spend the same amount of money on something for you. Next thing I know, there's a box from Sweetwater coming home.
But the Crocs always do actually take, if you buy them directly from Crocs.com, they take a while to ship. I haven't even received a shipping tracking number yet. I've just received the email that says you bought them. But I haven't received shipping on those yet. The difference is when you told me I could buy guitar parts, I said, okay. And then I bought guitar parts. And it's not my fault.
That amount of money.
But it's not my fault that we live in Arizona, which we live about 60 miles away from the Arizona Sweetwater warehouse.
How convenient.
When I order parts, when I order anything from Sweetwater, I try to make sure what I'm ordering does say ships fast from the Arizona warehouse, because usually we get it within a day or two.
Anyway, so he ended up receiving a rectangular box.
I did receive
today. And what are the Crocs?
That's true.
Nowhere.
There's still no Crocs.
Nowhere to be seen.
But
I think this was a whole manipulated
process.
News. No.
I got to install a Bigsby on my Gibson Victory.
Oh, of course you did. So I think you planned this so ahead of time that you did receive a rectangular box, and I was gaslighting to believe that you bought me Crocs.
I think I've been talking about wanting to put a Bigsby on that guitar since I got it. So I don't think this is something that I planned months in advance that, I'll wait till she wants some Crocs and I'll buy a Bigsby.
Yeah, and I made her believe, I think this is what happened. You finally were like, this is it, I'm going to put a Bigsby in the guitar. And then I came to you and I was like, oh, look, there's Crocs. And you immediately in your mind were like, oh, I'm going to make her believe that we are buying those Crocs. That way she says, oh, I spent some money on you too. And then I say, there's a rectangular box coming. I spend the money on me and the rectangular box is for me. I think that was your plan all the time.
There's no expectation of me getting anything in return.
But you know, I will always say buy something for you too.
Shoes or something.
But I always say buy something for you too.
But still, there's no expectation of you to say it. Anyway,
you're acting all innocent. Anyway,
I think
that was all for today.
She's trying to gaslight me into thinking that I gaslit her. That's what it is.
No,
and by me saying that is also somehow me gaslighting her into thinking that she's gaslighting me into gaslighting her into gaslighting me.
No, you're gaslighting the people out there.
People?
Because now they are going to think like, you're so nice. You actually bought her shoes when I know they were not as expensive. But that's okay. That's okay. I haven't received them yet.
Oh, each pair of shoes costs less than one Bigsby. That is true.
It's August 15th.
Collectively...
And this video is going to come out on the 16th, and I'm probably not going to have those pair of shoes.
Well, the 16th is a Sunday, so probably not. Yeah.
And probably next week, I'm not going to have shoes.
I think FedEx is the only delivery service that actually, well, maybe DHL, but I think Crocs ships usually through just the regular
Anyway,
mail.
You got away with your rectangular box. That's the main issue here.
But...
oh, my God.
As of right now, you can still expect that there will be a rectangular box coming.
Okay.
So my promises are kept.
Let's just say that, and we will leave it for tonight like that.
Let us know in the comments who's right and wrong.
Okay.
Anyway.
That's it.
I guess that's it for today. If you guys stuck around to the end, I think we're going to have some new t-shirt designs out in the next week or two.
I thought you were going to say Crocs, but anyway.
No, I need to order some new samples of the new designs.
Here it goes.
So those will come out. Maybe next time, Kat will have some new Crocs. And then,
okay.
In the meantime, join us every Monday through Friday on our daily guitar news on YouTube, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. And the Spanish version that Kat does of the daily guitar news. It's only on YouTube and Instagram right now.
Doesn't need to be anywhere else.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not catching on yet.
That's
which
fine.
This podcast didn't catch on until recently. So
anyway,
yeah. So we've got some things going on.
Oh my God! Just say goodbye.
And, that's it. We'll catch you guys next week.
Jesus Christ!
Bye.